Right, that's right. Yeah, I am still watching Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Just finished episode 8 and thought I would bring you my review. So, we spent a large portion back in the past, which I'm very, very happy with. This show absolutely excels, hands down, anything set in the past, like the 1950s. I'm pretty certain that's when it's set. It's great. Everything set in the past is brilliant. Genuinely, I would love this show, I think, if it was all set in the past. I'd have such a good time with it. It's very, very good when it's set in the past. The characters are likeable. The narrative itself, generally speaking, all works. Some of the interplay with the politics, with the governmental sort of MOD, Ministry of Defense, whatever it's called in the States, DOD, Department of Defense. All of that works. The sort of subversive elements where they're trying to get Monarch funded and they're sort of going behind the new boss's back to present new information so they can get funding. I love all of that. I think it really, really works. And even what was revealed in this episode, that Hiroshi Randa isn't actually Bill Randa's son. Even that works, right? Obviously that was his adopted son, presumably because Miss Mura, Dr. Mura, dies. So I would presume that Bill Randa just adopts him. But even that works. I think all of that's great. And then we flash forward to the future, and it's a real drag. It feels very melodramatic. Like it feels like we're trying to create like a sitcom-esque drama, you know? And I personally just think it falls a bit flat. You know, we learn now what Colonel Lee Shaw, I think he's a colonel, Lee Shaw anyway, Kurt Russell's character, I knew he was trying to destroy the Hollow Earth entrance holes. I said that in multiple videos past, multiple reviews. But we learn why, and it's not necessarily motivated by pure anger and hatred of the Titans. And he even understands now, or did understand anyway, that Godzilla isn't there to kill us. He's there to actually keep the Titans in the Hollow Earth and keep us out of the Hollow Earth. And I like that. And some of it is obviously motivated by Dr. Mura dying in the way that she did. Categorically, obviously. But I do wonder whether there's any other motivation behind it. Because you'd think that this chap, you'd think he would have done something like this before now. I mean, he's in his 70s or whatever in this show. You'd think he'd do something before now. And I do wonder whether there's going to be any further explanation to why he suddenly started to do this. And also why he's so blinded by his, not data, because he even says it's not about the data, it's about belief. Well, why he's so blinded by that when he worked so closely with individuals that were, predominantly data-driven, actually. Bill Randa is data-driven. Yes, he does have some beliefs. Dr. Mura was data-driven. Bill Randa, I guess, wasn't. But you'd think that he would be on the side of caution, flitting between both individuals, because he respected both individuals. I don't know. I just found this episode a little bit lacking. But it is interesting because it is explaining how the Hollow Earth theory, I guess, came to prominence more and more amongst Monarch. It's so dumb, though, the leader of Monarch. I've said a lot of positives, by the way. Hopefully, you would have got that. I've been talking for 4 minutes now. Largely speaking, it's been pretty positive. But I do have to bring some negatives up. Actual, just out-and-out negatives. The leader of Monarch is a dumbass. She is an absolute dumbass. Yeah, you got to go find Lee Shaw. Okay, well, we're going. There's no way I'm sending untrained people. All it takes is them to say, no, you should send us. Why? I get it. There's some reasoning behind it. But you're the head of a government gigantic monster defense force. Would you really just send a bunch of kids? Because that's what they are. They're a bunch of kids. Would you really do that? Or would you send trained professionals? I'd send trained professionals, I would. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. So that was really weird. I think it's incredibly stupid. Very off base. May apparently falls to her death into the Hollow Earth. She probably won't be dead, but all I could help but think was, I hope she is. Because what an unceremonious death she would have if that was the case. Just fall into her death amongst a bunch of bugs. That would be great. I'd enjoy that. Yeah, I'm being quite sadistic. She's a terrible character. But Shaw and Kate fell down as well. And I can't help but think that May is obviously not dead, because they're not going to be dead either. But Shaw also said he's been to the Hollow Earth. Now, I don't think there's a way you can go to the Hollow Earth without the high-tech sci-fi elements they included in Godzilla vs. Kong. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. Unless they're just talking about the pathways that Godzilla was sort of within the Earth's crust a little bit. You know, in King of the Monsters, when he had his sort of temple that he would reside in and chill out. Maybe he's talking about that sort of Hollow Earth. But apparently he's been to the Hollow Earth. Incomprehensible stuff, which is a very lazy writer's way of explaining something away when they can't think of anything intelligent for their characters to explain of what they've seen. And I do dislike that quite a lot, actually. I think that's boring. Look, overall, it's just wasted potential. I think we've got another 2 episodes. It's 10 episodes. We're on episode 8, aren't we? So it's wasted potential. It's been massively wasted potential from the start. And it's very disappointing. It's a shame. They should have just set this in the past. If they just set this in the past, I think this would have been about just the infancy of Monarch. And then Season 2 been about this. I think that would have been better. Because they would have learned what people enjoyed from Season 1. Written better characters for Season 2. The future characters. But that's it. I don't really have much else to say, to be honest. It's a very disappointing show. But everything's set in the past. I'm keen on. I love it. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.